The Invincible universe may not be as sprawling as Marvel or DC, but its heroes hit just as hard, sometimes harder. Here, superpowers don't come with plot armor. People die, worlds fall, and each hero matters. Whether you're a flying brick or a walking science experiment, being a hero in this world means more than wearing a cape. It means standing up when everything tells you to stay down. This is every major superhero in Invincible, from the Amazon Prime series and the original Image comics. Explained, explored, and powered up. Invincible, Mark Grayson. Mark Grayson starts his story dreaming of powers, just like any other teenager in a world full of caped icons. But when his Viltrumite genetics finally activate, he's thrown headfirst into a world he doesn't understand. He's not just strong, he's terrifyingly powerful. Super strength, flight, near invulnerability, rapid healing, space survival. On paper, he's a god. But in practice, he's a kid learning the cost of power the hard way. His early fights leave him bloodied and broken. Then comes the betrayal, when his father, Omni-Man, reveals he's not Earth's protector, but its conqueror. Their fight nearly kills Mark and shatters his worldview. What makes Invincible unique isn't his power, it's his heart. He keeps going after betrayal, after failure, after losing friends and nearly dying. He tries to be better than his father. He tries to protect people who sometimes don't even want him there. Mark's arc is about resilience, about fighting not because you're sure you'll win, but because the fight is worth having. From teenage rookie to galactic leader, he earns the title of Invincible with every broken bone. Omni-Man, Nolan Grayson. Nolan Grayson arrived on Earth claiming to be a savior, a Superman figure who protected cities and smiled for the cameras, but underneath the mustache is a Viltrumite, a warrior race bred to conquer. He murders the Guardians of the Globe in cold blood, beats his own son to a pulp, and tells him that Earth means nothing. But Nolan's story doesn't stop at villainy. He flees, reflects, and ultimately defects. He joins the coalition of planets, helps take down the Viltrumite Empire, and tries to make amends with a son he almost killed. It's messy, it's human, it's powerful. Physically, he's a monster, stronger than most Viltrumites, capable of surviving nuclear explosions and fast enough to fly between planets. Emotionally, he's a paradox, a man who loves his family but was raised to see that love as weakness. Omni-Man isn't just a villain or a father, he's the tragic midpoint between both. Adam Eve, Samantha Eve Wilkins. Eve is not just powerful, she's a reality bender. She can manipulate matter at the atomic level, creating structures from nothing, healing wounds, and altering her own biology. Created in a lab to be a government weapon, she was rescued and raised by human parents who never truly understood her. Unlike most heroes, Eve walks away from the fight. She leaves the Guardians to focus on humanitarian work, solving real-world problems like poverty, famine, and climate destruction. But when things go bad, she comes back, and every time, she's stronger. Her powers are tied to her emotions, and when she's pushed, she becomes one of the most dangerous beings in the galaxy. She once resurrected herself after death. She once fought a being that had wiped out entire planets and held her ground. But Eve's greatest strength is her compassion. She wants to build, not destroy. In a world of blunt force, she is surgical and essential. Allan the Alien. Originally a punchline, Allan was created by the Unopans through brutal genetic engineering to survive Viltrumite attacks. He visits Earth by mistake, brawls with Omni-Man, and later bonds with Invincible. His easy charm hides a deeply painful history. He's the lone survivor of a failed warrior program. After a near-fatal ambush, Allan's body evolves. He becomes stronger, smarter, and more important, eventually leading the coalition of planets. His physical abilities now rival Viltrumites. He can fly, survive deep space, lift absurd weights, and regenerate quickly. But Allan's true power is political. He unites fractured worlds, leads armies, and mentors Mark in what it means to resist an empire. He's the Han Solo of Invincible, all charisma and heart, but backed by real firepower. Robot, Rudy Connors. Born with a broken body but a superhuman brain, Rudy spent his early life piloting robot proxies while floating in a nutrient tank. Cold, logical, and distant, he led the teen team and reformed the Guardians after Omni-Man's betrayal. Then everything changed. Rudy cloned a body from Rex Splode's DNA to experience life directly. Once human, he fell in love and down a dangerous path. He staged a global coup, convinced that the only way to keep Earth safe was to rule it himself. It worked. Crime plummeted, but so did trust. Rudy's powers came from his genius. He builds battle mechs, AI security systems, teleporters, and weapons that can contain Viltrumites. He's a threat not because he's strong, but because he's always prepared. His transformation from tactician to tyrant is one of the series' most compelling arcs, a warning that good intentions plus genius can still lead to disaster. Rex Splode. Rex was the team's wild card, arrogant, sarcastic, and impulsive. His powers let him charge objects with explosive energy, making anything from coins to bones into a bomb. Early on, he's selfish and immature, cheating on duplicate and constantly undermining teammates. But battles change him. He takes beatings, he loses friends, he steps up. Rex grows into a dependable, self-sacrificing fighter. His final act, detonating himself during the Invincible War to stop a powerful villain, is shocking and noble. Rex started as comic relief. He died a hero. Monster Girl, Amanda. Amanda transforms into a hulking green monster with super strength and durability, but every transformation makes her human form younger. She's 25 but looks 13. The curse isolates her, makes relationships understandably difficult, and fuels deep emotional trauma. She's one of the team's most effective brawlers, going toe-to-toe with Battle Beast and surviving injuries that would kill most. Her relationship with Robot adds depth, and her struggle to be taken seriously is painfully real. Amanda proves that true strength isn't always physical, it's refusing to let your pain define you. Bulletproof Zandale Randolph. Zandale Randolph absorbs kinetic energy, turning hits into strength. He joins the Guardians and quickly earns respect with his level head and resilience. He's tough, smart, and consistent, the kind of hero people don't notice until he's saving their lives. In one arc, his brother impersonates him while he recovers from injury, a story that highlights how important Zandale is to morale. He's not flashy, but he's dependable, and in this universe, that's rare. Black Samson. Samson is a veteran. He lost his powers early, but kept fighting in a suit of power armor. Later, his abilities return: strength, durability, and bioelectric blasts. He's the voice of reason on a team full of hotheads. He doesn't seek glory, he seeks order. Samson is the kind of guy who'll punch a villain through a wall and then lecture the team about property damage. Every superhero team needs a grown-up. Samson is that grown-up. Shrinking Ray. Ray can shrink to subatomic sizes, making her perfect for stealth and sabotage. She's swallowed by a mutant lizard once and cuts her way out. She also survives being stomped by an alien warlord. Small, but mighty. Her backstory is tragic. Her parents saw her as a tool, not a daughter. She's quiet, deadly, and loyal, the kind of hero who slips into shadows, gets the job done, and never asks for credit. Duplicate. Kate duplicates herself into an army of fighters. She can overwhelm enemies with sheer numbers, but each death takes a toll. She feels her clones die, a cost that weighs on her over time. She's often the glue holding the teams together. After Rex cheats, she doesn't fall apart, she just gets back to work. Kate is a reminder that real heroes don't need to be loud, they just need to keep showing up. The Immortal. This man has been a king, a soldier, and Abraham Lincoln. Yes, really. He's called the Immortal for a reason. He doesn't stay dead. Torn in half? Back in a week. Head blown off? Give him a minute. He's super strong, super fast, and battle-hardened from thousands of years of war. He leads the Guardians with grit, not glamour. And while his immortality is a burden, it's also his edge. No matter how many times he's knocked down, he will rise again. Best Tiger. No powers, just perfection. Best Tiger is a coalition assassin with perfect aim, calm nerves, and the ability to bounce bullets off 4 walls into a target's heart. He's the deadliest human alive, and he acts like it's no big deal. He once took down an alien warship with nothing but sidearms and strategy. He's Invincible's answer to Bullseye or Deadshot, but quieter, cooler, scarier. Tech Jacket. Zach Thompson. Zach bonded with an alien tech jacket, a living suit that gives him super strength, flight, energy blasts, environmental shielding, and translation abilities. He's essentially Iron Man meets Green Lantern, but more relatable. He stumbles through early heroics, makes mistakes, and learns fast. He becomes a key player in galactic conflicts, fighting alongside Allan and Mark. He's the everyman in space, a reminder that ordinary people can rise to the extraordinary. Wolfman, Gary Hampton. Bitten by a werewolf and cursed with monthly transformations, Gary doesn't run from the beast. Instead, he harnesses it. As Wolfman, he has enhanced strength, healing, and heightened senses, but also a constant battle against his own instincts. His story crosses into Invincible's world during supernatural arcs. He's a lone wolf with a heart and a clawed fist ready to tear through evil. Think Wolverine meets Van Helsing, with just enough humanity to keep the monster in check. Outrun. A speedster with a sharp tongue, Outrun joins the second wave of Guardians. She can phase through objects, deliver rapid strikes, and move so fast she appears as a blur. She's tactical, quick to analyze threats, and often underestimated. In a universe where brute force dominates, she proves that speed and smarts can still win the day. Pegasus. A winged telekinetic who fights without violence whenever possible. Pegasus lifts allies, shields teammates, and disables enemies non-lethally. He believes heroes should protect, not punish. In big fights, he's the one flying overhead, pulling civilians from rubble or blocking energy blasts with shimmering walls. His pacifism isn't necessarily weakness, it's discipline. Knockout. Knockout is pure muscle. She hits hard, shrugs off pain, and loves a good fight. She's the team's wrecking ball, dropped into the middle of chaos with instructions like, just smash. She doesn't get many storylines, but when things explode, she's often the reason. Boomerang. The name says it all. He throws explosive boomerangs. It's dumb, it's great, and it works. He's a comic relief character until the bullets start flying. Then he's the guy who saves your life with a well-placed bang. Never underestimate the gimmick guy. Yeti. Towering, furry, and ferocious, Yeti brings raw power to the Guardians. He's not chatty, but he gets the job done, crashing through walls, tossing tanks, and growling at everything. He's the kind of hero who doesn't need a catchphrase. Just point him at the bad guys and let him do his thing. Cast Iron. With a body made of living metal, Cast Iron is the team's immovable object. Blades bounce off. Explosions don't faze him. He absorbs damage while others do the flashy stuff. He rarely speaks, not because he's dumb, but because he doesn't need to. When everything else breaks, Cast Iron is still standing. Bulletproof's brother, Tyrone Randolph. When Zandale's injured, his brother Tyrone puts on the suit to inspire hope. He has no powers, just courage and love for his sibling. He doesn't last long, but his act matters. In a world of demigods and monsters, Tyrone proves that anyone can be a hero, even for just a moment. Invincible doesn't have endless rosters or multiverse clones. Every hero here matters, not just because of their powers, but because of what they stand for. They bleed, they fail, they learn, and they fight anyway. From galaxy-spanning warriors to silent tanks, this universe is built on choices, not just strength. These heroes remind us that courage comes in many forms, and sometimes the ones who fall hardest are the ones who rise the most. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of these deep dives and strange lore. We'll see you in the next video.